Hey guys and gals, it's Jim here, and we're doing our little mystery diorama unveiling, and it's all finished up. So I was hoping to get this video up yesterday sometime, but it got kind of late and everything, and then I was watching the Daytona NASCAR race and everything all evening, so I figured I'll do this morning and get her out of the way. So yeah, I got everything finished up and everything, and first thing I'll point out is I literally went outside the box. I'm talking about my frame and my landscaping and stuff. Usually I just got the frame and everything's contained within like a square. I decided to carry the ground cover outside in a regular shape, maybe add a little bit more interest and stuff, since I kind of went over the edge on the hill work and stuff like that. So yeah, I thought it turned out pretty cool that way and stuff. It looks pretty decent. So yeah. So anyway, as far as the base goes, what you saw in the previous video before I had it all colored up and covered with ground cover and everything, you can see the crevices. They still show up with the ground cover. I used a Woodland Scenics. It's buff color, fine ballast. It's actually a little bit finer than like what you would consider like playbox sand or beach sand. It's a little finer, but it had a little bit more of a reddish tan color that I was looking for compared to regular sand, which is more on the browner side and stuff like that. So I went with that and all that, and I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. As you can see, my rocks, I got them all colored out. Just use earth tones. Apple barrel. I started out, I think, with a granite gray, which is real light color gray, and then I went in there with some chestnut brown, a little bit darker brown, like an ochre or something like that, a little bit of barn red to give it some color. I just splotch it on here and there. I really dilute it down where it's very watery. If you hold it up to the light, it's diluted so much you could see through it. It's translucent. And then I went with my dark pewter gray and did a wash over everything, which highlighted all the crevices, and it also kind of blends the colors together a little bit better and all that. So I don't know if you can tell, you know, it looks pretty natural and everything. You can still pick out the little shades of the different colors I used. And then I went, I had a bag of little crushed up stone, little pebbles, and then some bigger rocks that come. It's a I pick it up at Hobby Lobby. I think it's like $3 for a bag, and you get the little tiny pebbles and the bigger stones in there and stuff. And I just glue them down with white glue. They hold pretty good. And then once everything is dried and everything, I spray it with some dull coat. It kind of seals everything in and holds everything together, especially like the little gritty sand. It kind of locks it all in place if there's any loose that when you shake it off that you don't get in and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm happy with the way that turned out. And there's the other side of it there, other little rock formation. You can kind of pick out the different colors I use in there, kind of make them look natural. You know, if you want them darker, if you're doing something darker, like when I used to do model railroading, I mean, I used to do sections. I had one section on a layout that was about 2 foot square. It was a big waterfall scene between two cliffs, and then it ran down underneath a steel girder bridge that was a truss bridge, actually. There was a pond at the bottom of it, and the waterfall ran into the pond and everything, and there was probably about a 15-inch drop from the track down to the bottom where the pond was. It was a big corner scene on a layout and everything. And that rock work I did a lot darker. I used to model the Denver and Rio Grande Western, the steam era and everything, in HO and HO3. So that's where I get my different techniques for my rocks and everything. And back then I used a combination of plaster rock castings, which some of them were a square, rubber molds that I made off of actual rock surface faces, like out in different places like Starred Rock and that. Went out there with the latex for the day and some gauze and made my own rock molds and stuff. So that's pretty happy with the way the diorama turned out and everything. Now the models, these are the Bandai 1/12 scale, the C3PO. Pretty much built them out of box, and all that. Didn't do any kind of weathering on them and stuff. I didn't want to mess up the nice chromed finish and all that. R2D2, I did a lot of weathering pretty heavy on him, just like you see in the movies and everything. A little bit of rust. I used some of the Tamiya weathering pigments and stuff like that. And then the BB-8, I did some weathering on him. R2D2, I finished him off with a dull coat on the body and the legs and everything, and then on his head I did a semi-gloss, because in the movies you see it's a little shinier up there than it is on his body part. And BB-8, I did some weathering on him, a wash and some weathering, because there's a lot of little fine detail that you can pick up. There's like little circles there, like what would be like bolts or something, or bolts would be. Just to make some of the details pop, some of the finer lines and stuff. And I sprayed him with several coats of semi-gloss, Testors semi-gloss in that. So yeah, I'm happy with the way it turns out. I think they look a lot better rather than just having standalone figures. I thought they would look pretty cool on a little display base. I saw some pictures on Google. I just kind of blended some of the ideas together and kind of made my own little diorama display here and stuff. So, but yeah, that's the three droids from the popular droids from Star Wars. Call them my sci-fi Three Stooges. But I'm happy with the way it turned out. I had a lot of fun working on it. I built these two. I built all three of these models about a year ago, and they just been sitting and sitting and sitting. So all I had to do is basically finish up some weathering on them, and then I decided, well, rather than just have them stand alone on the little plastic bases they come with and everything, I'll do up a little diorama and put them all together on display like that. So there's a little bit further full shot of it and stuff. I think it came out pretty cool. And get in pretty close so you can see some of the little details on BB-8 and stuff, what I was talking about. All those little circles there, that's what I did the wash for. It really gets in there, and you can, it really makes the little detail pop. I didn't grime him up too much because he wasn't really grimed up as much as R2D2 was in the movie, so I went all out with him and everything. And like I said, C3PO. I kind of saw some pictures too inside one of the ships where he was standing with his hand on top of C3PO too, like, holding him back from getting too crazy or whatever. So I kind of did mimic the same kind of pose and everything. And being that they're, I don't take them and they come with the different weapon attachments and stuff. I don't change them, so they're glued down. I use canopy glue to do them down. And if you saw the diorama yesterday before I did the ground cover and start finishing things up, you saw little imprints in the plaster of his feet and then there was a little indentation for BB-8. When the plaster starts setting, when it was set up enough where it wouldn't pull up with the model, I just set the models down for a couple seconds and left some imprints, so that way when I did my ground cover, I was able to omit those areas, and I got a nice steady surface to where they fit in and glued down, so it looks like they're actually, the sand is, kind of kicked up around them a little bit and everything. But yeah, canopy glue is plenty strong to hold these guys in place. I mean, this guy wiggles a little bit, but his legs are nice and tight. R2D2, he's not going any place anytime soon and everything. And BB-8, he's pretty snug there too. So, but that's it. That's my diorama for the Star Wars droids that I had, the Bandai kits. So I'm glad you guys checked it out and everything. Thanks for checking out all my other videos. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks to all my new subscribers. And thanks for all the great comments. Thanks for hitting the like buttons. And we'll be seeing you soon. We're supposed to cool off this week, so hopefully I can get a little bit of paint work done on a couple models and finish them up so I can do some videos and get things out of the way. I'm starting to get all my stuff that's been sitting around half built and half finished, and stuff that needs bases. I'm starting to get that pretty much dwindling down to almost nothing left. So then I'll probably I'll pull out a new kit and start on something new. But I wanted to get a lot of this stuff out of the way because it's been sitting on the bench here and there in boxes and stuff, collecting dust. And it's like, man, it's time to start getting this stuff knocked out and finished up and putting on display. So till the next time, everybody take care, stay safe and healthy out there. I know tomorrow here in Illinois they're enforcing the masks again every place. And Governor Pritzker put the mask mandates back into effect and everything. We're getting pretty high with the COVID rates in Illinois, and especially up in my area, Region 1 and stuff. So till the next time, you take care. Have a good one. Everybody stay safe and healthy, you and your families, and we'll see you soon with another video. Take care. Bye.